Hello everyone. I'm a software engineer at Microsoft, and I'm excited to have you on my learning channel, Learnitor.com. Thanks for the great response to my previous videos. Today, we're tackling a common concern for those gearing up for coding interviews. Which programming language should I choose? Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this decision can have a big impact on your interview success. So, let's dive deep into the world of programming languages for interviews. Before we go further, let's talk about why the programming language you choose is essential in coding interviews. Picking a coding language is not just about solving a problem, it's about doing it efficiently and clearly. The language you choose affects how well you explain your solutions to the interviewer within a specific time. This is especially important during interviews. Coding interviews often have set time limits, like 20 or 30 minutes. Google might want you to solve a problem in 20 minutes, while Amazon might give you 30 minutes. This makes it crucial to be proficient in a specific language to meet these time constraints effectively. Now, let's look at some popular programming languages for interviews: Python, C++, and Java. 1. Python. Python is well-liked because it's easy to read and has simple rules for writing code. Many people prefer it because you can express complicated ideas using fewer lines. If you're thinking about jobs in AI and ML, Python is a good pick because it's straightforward to use. 2. C++. C++ is powerful, having a strong set of rules for writing code and excellent standard template libraries. Many companies, especially those focusing on data structures, prefer C++. 3. Java. Java is commonly used in tech interviews because it puts a lot of emphasis on object-oriented programming. This focus makes Java a reliable and scalable choice for many applications. Now, let's consider some factors when choosing a language. 1. Popularity and usage. Think about the languages that are commonly used in the industry and by the companies you want to work for. Choose a language based on what the job requires. For example, you might go for C++ if you're interested in desktop applications, or pick Python for roles in AI. 2. Readability and simplicity. Select languages that allow you to write code that looks neat and is easy to understand. Examples of such languages include Python and C++. 3. Standard libraries and frameworks. Choose a language that comes with strong pre-built tools or frameworks to save time. C++ offers the standard template library, and Python has a wide variety of libraries that can be very useful. 4. Comfort. Select a language that you feel comfortable using. Your confidence in the language is more important than how popular it is. In my experience, feeling comfortable is really important. If you find a language that you're at ease with, go ahead and choose it. For instance, even though Python can sometimes result in shorter code, I personally feel more confident with C++, and that confidence makes a difference in interviews. For seasoned software engineers, it's a good idea to stick with the language you already use at your job. Being a master in your work language can be quite advantageous. For instance, during mock interviews, I met someone who used Swift because it was the language he used at work. He chose Swift over other popular languages and had mastered it. For students or those just starting with coding, you have more freedom in your choice. You might consider languages like Python or C++. Alternatively, align your choice with the programming language used in your college projects. You can also choose based on your interests. Here's my advice for you. 1. Evaluate job requirements. Base your choice of programming language on the particular requirements of the positions or companies you're keen on. Once you've selected a language that fits, stick with it. Consistency in your language choice can be beneficial for your learning and performance. 2. Practice in your chosen language. Regular practice in the language you've chosen is crucial. It not only improves your problem-solving skills but also increases your confidence. Strive to become a master of that language. Learn how to write code for data structures using it. Understand the libraries and frameworks supported by that language to enhance your proficiency. 3. Stay adaptable. While it's important to choose a language wisely, don't hesitate to learn new languages if the job requires it. Adaptability is a valuable skill in the tech world. If your primary coding language is C++, it doesn't mean you'll only work in C++. Companies often require proficiency in various languages. For example, a friend of mine primarily uses Python, but in his current job, he's working with the Go language. This highlights the importance of being versatile and ready to learn new languages based on the demands of your role or workplace. Let's explore what MAANG companies expect in their coding interviews. For MAANG companies Meta, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, the focus is on assessing your problem-solving skills. The specific programming language you use matters less to them. They are more interested in your ability to write efficient and effective code for data structures and algorithms. The key factor for success in MAANG company interviews is how quickly and effectively you can solve coding problems. Therefore, it's crucial to prepare yourself to write code within the time frame of 20 to 30 minutes to succeed in these interviews. Let's examine the similarities between these programming languages. If you look at the syntax of different languages, you'll notice some similarities. For instance, C++ and Java share a similar syntax for a for loop. On the other hand, Python has a slight variation in its syntax. Additionally, there's a trend of languages borrowing syntax from each other. C++, for example, has adopted some syntax from Python. Notably, C++ introduced features like lambda functions and the auto keyword, making its syntax more similar to Python. So, if you're familiar with any of these three languages, it can be highly beneficial for your coding endeavors, given their shared syntax elements. Before we conclude, I'd love to hear from you. What's your preferred language for coding interviews, and do you have any questions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In summary, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to the best programming language for coding interviews. It's all about striking the right balance between what the industry demands, what you feel comfortable with, and the specific requirements of your dream job. I hope you've gained valuable insights from this video. Thank you for joining me today on Learnitor. If you found this video helpful, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Wishing you happy coding, happy learning on Learnitor, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.